There are times when religious beliefs are under attack. That's when the Lord descends on the earth in human form to destroy the elements of evil and salvage our very beliefs. The Lord is all-pervading. He has many names. Call him Parmeshwar, Ishwar or Ram. But there is only one power which can bring an end to tyranny and cruelty, and that is Krishna. Lord Krishna is the epitome of divine looks. Lord Krishna is the epitome of powers who walked this earth 5,000 years ago when Dwapar Yuga was in its last lap and the stage was being set for the beginning of Kali Yuga. Then in his mortal form, Lord Krishna demonstrated to the world some remarkable feats and, setting an example of unparalleled character, put an end to the atrocities of the tyrants.
Come on! Move fast! Don't stop! Keep moving! Come on! Move fast! The statue of the prince has to be installed today.
Oh Lord, please save us from all this.
Narayan, Narayan. Narayan, Narayan. Accept my greetings, Bhudevi.
Pranam, Brahmarshi.
You seem to be a little worried.
Oh Narad, my innocent children are forever being subjected to gruesome acts of cruelty. How do you expect a mother to remain calm in such times?
Narayan, Narayan.
Why do I see a smile on your face, Munivar? Are you laughing at my helplessness?
Narayan, Narayan. Why do you say this? How can I ever be so disrespectful?
But you could not be laughing without any reason, Munivar.
True. Absolutely true, oh Bhudevi. Human beings themselves are responsible for all the evil and sins which have escalated to a new high in this world. The strong are oppressing the weak, the greed and hunger for power will remain insatiable, and humans will go to any length to acquire more, the consequences of which nature and the whole world have to suffer.
So, tell me, Munishresht, can this reign of terror not be stopped? Is there no way out of this?
Narayan, Narayan. There is a way, Devi, certainly.
Then please tell me.
Narayan, Narayan. The creator of this very universe, Lord Vishnu, can himself put an end to all this, Devi. You will have to pray to him.
Lord Vishnu?
Yes. Else there is no end to the ambitions of humans who are nature's ultimate creation. There is no end to their wishes. Narayan, Narayan.
Mahamantri ji,
Yes, Maharaj.
is the message which had to be sent to King Ugrasen ready?
Yes, Maharaj.
Have my message sent out immediately to the King Ugrasen ji of Mathura.
As you order, Maharaj. I am the messenger of the King Jarasangh of Magad. I have come with a message of peace for the King Ugrasena of Mathura.
All right. Let him enter.
I, the messenger of King Jarasangh of Magad, humbly bow before Maharaj Ugrasen and present him with the message of my Maharaj Jarasangh. In his victory march, the King of Kings, Maharaj Jarasangh, has defeated numerous kings, emperors, and landlords and had subjugated them to his rule. In his quest to conquer the world, the next stop of Maharaj Jarasangh is your kingdom. But before waging war, we are placing before you a proposal for peace. If you wish, without any war, you can accept our supremacy and make an announcement of your subjugation to us. By doing this, you will save the lives of the innocent people and soldiers and avoid loss of immense wealth. But if you do not subjugate yourself to us, then only you will be responsible for throwing your kingdom into the spoils of war. And under this situation, consider this message to be a declaration of war and prepare yourself for it. King of Kings, Maharaj Jarasangh.
How dare you come in this court and talk to us like this? Father, for his audacity, I will take his life this very moment.
Pardon me, Yuvraj Kans. It does not befit us to behave in this manner with a messenger.
Akrurji, why do you always talk like a coward?
Akrurji is right, Yuvraj.
Then tell this messenger to inform King Jarasandh, who has embarked on his victory march, that as long as Kans is alive, this dream of his will never be fulfilled, because he can never defeat Kans in a war.
So Prince Kans has accepted my challenge of war.
Yes, Maharaj.
That child will fight a war against me. It is possible that he is not familiar with the strength of the future Samrat Jarasangh. I will give King Ugrasen one more opportunity. Before declaring war, I will send my raving elephant Kuelyapid to raise Mathura to the ground. When he sees his kingdom being destroyed right in front of his eyes, he will surely regret his decision. And if better senses still don't prevail, then it will be war. Unleash the raving Kuelyapid on Mathura.
Oh my God! Look at that!
Save your lives! Run!
Will someone please catch him? Please! Help us! Help us! Someone please catch that elephant!
Help us!
Oh, what's happening? What's this? No!
Please, don't hurt us. This is Kuelyapid.
Yuvraj Kans had single-handedly picked up this elephant and thrown him here.
What?
Strange. So much power.
So much strength, such audacity. This is really amazing.
It looks as if we will have to wage war, Maharaj.
Yes, but it would be foolishness to wage war on such a strong warrior and make him my enemy. Intelligence is in making someone so brave, a friend or a relative. What do you say, Mahamantri?
You are right in what you say, Maharaj. If Prince Kans were to become the son-in-law of our kingdom Magad, it would not put an end to your victory march. Instead, it will become even more successful.
Yes.
Yes, Maharaj. will Prince Kans not help his father-in-law to gain eternal victory?
Certainly, Mahamantriji. I will personally go to King Ugrasen and ask for the hand of Prince Kans for my daughters Asti and Prapti.
Akrurji, this marriage of Yuvraj Kans has given me great pleasure.
Yes, Maharaj. It is a matter of great pleasure. The fact that we are now related to a king as valiant as King Jarasandh means that the army of Mathura will now become much more stronger and...
Akrurji, you really are a very competent administrator. You always think in the interest of the kingdom of Mathura. But there is another reason for my pleasure.
Really?
Yes. I think that marriage will certainly have a calming effect on Yuvraj Kans's wild nature. Am I right?
I can see no such signs, Maharaj.
What?
Yes, Maharaj. Had there been any such possibility, then just after 3 days of his marriage, Yuvraj Kans would not have started his mace practice.
What?
With all your strength, hit me! With all your strength, hit me! Hit me with all your strength!
Yuvraj, Wicket is ready for the mace fight with you.
Really wonderful.
Yuvraj is really a great warrior.
Yuvraj be praised! Yuvraj be praised!
Narayan, Narayan.
So, Munivar, did you see my expertise in warfare?
Expertise in war? Narayan, Narayan. What is the use of fighting against these insects and birds? Fight against someone who is of your own caliber. Defeating them is just Narayan, Narayan.
That Narayan, whose name you keep chanting all the time, I can defeat that Narayan also.
You? And will defeat Lord Vishnu? Narayan, Narayan. First show me if you can defeat the king of Swarglok, King Indra. And then think about defeating the Trilokpati Lord Vishnu.
I can surely defeat Indra at the bat of an eyelid. Senapati, prepare to attack Swarglok at once. First we will attack Swarglok and hold Indra captive. Then attack Vishnu and defeat him too. Come on, hurry up.
Narayan, Narayan. It appears that you have not learned anything from your previous birth. Even in that birth, it was Vishnu who had killed you.
My previous birth?
In your previous birth, you were a demon called Kalnemi. During that period too, on account of your foolishness and tyrannical nature, Vishnu had destroyed you. Why are you repeating the same mistake in this life? Narayan, Narayan, learn something from your mistakes.
Munivar, what is my mistake now?
Yuvraj, you are all alone. Tell me which other brave warrior is with you? Is there any warrior you can depend upon? Look at Lord Vishnu. There are so many great people, so many gods who are with him. Surya, Shiv, Indra, Varun, Agni, Garud. All of them consider it their duty to serve him.
What do you mean to say, Munishreshth?
Haven't you understood? Narayan, Narayan. Listen, Yuvraj. On this earth, there are many strong and competent demons who are staunch enemies of the gods. At the onset, Defeat all of them and make them either your slaves or friends. And then, together with these demons, attack Indralok. After that, Lord Vishnu himself will come looking for you. It is only then that you can hope for some success, else disappointment and defeat await you. Narayan, Narayan.
Munivar, please tell me, who are those strong and competent demons and monsters on this earth who can really help me to defeat Indra? Please tell me all about them.
Certainly. Mahishyamatipur has 5 brothers who are wrestlers: Chanur, Mushtik, Kut, Shal and Taushal. Keshi, the great demon of Rishyamukh forest. Aghasur from the banks of the river. Bakasur and Parlambasur from Pragjotishpur. And Bhaumasur and Dhenkasur. All of them.
Thank you, Munishresht. Now I will defeat all of them and make them my slaves. And only after my victory over Indralok will I enter Mathura.
Narayan, Narayan.
Very good. Excellent. I am Yuvraj Kans from Mathura. I have heard that all you 5 brothers are good wrestlers, and I have come here to challenge you to a wrestling contest.
Not just good. We 5 brothers are the best wrestlers of the world.
You all consider yourself mighty wrestlers, huh? Chanur, Mushtik, Kut, Shal and Taushal. Now fight with me. I challenge you all to fight me. If you defeat me, then I will become your slave for life. But if I win, then you will all have to become my slaves.
Yuvraj Kans, prepare yourself to become our slave and enter the arena.
For a warrior like you, my younger brother Kut only is enough.
Mighty warriors of the world. Chanur, Mushtik, Kut, Shal and Taushal. In accordance with our bet, all 5 of you will have to become my slave for the rest of your life. Do you agree? If you don't, then in a flash, I will send you to Yamlok.
We agree, Yuvraj Kans. You are really the best wrestler in the whole world. From this very instant, we accept your supremacy. It will be our duty to obey your orders, whatever the orders may be, right or wrong.
Amongst all these, who could be Kish? Attacking from behind? You must be Kish.
Oh, brave one, who are you and what do you want from me?
I am Yuvraj Kans of Mathura. I want your help in my mission to defeat the king of the gods, Indra.
That Devendra? He is my enemy also. To defeat him, I can even lay down my life, Yuvraj Kans. Yuvraj, I am most certainly with you.
Aghasur! Aghasur! Aghasur, where are you? Come out and face me! Come! Come and fight with Yuvraj Kans! If you win, I will become your slave. Else, you will become my slave.
You will fight with me. Where are you hiding, Kans? After challenging me, you are hiding like a coward.
Oh, your neck is so tender, isn't it? Shall I slit it?
No. Grant me the boon of life. Don't kill me.
All right, but for that you'll have to be my slave all your life.
If you can defeat my elder brother Bakasur and my sister Putna, then I will certainly become your slave for life, Yuvraj Kans.
All right. That will be child's play for me. Tell me, where are they?
Come, I will show you. Look there, in the south. They live on Mount Kutpashal. You will find them there.
So, take it from me that they also have become my slaves for life.
Brother Bakasur?
What?
Brother Bakasur, I can sense grave danger.
Really? I am glad you have come here. It has been many days since I tasted human flesh.
Now just watch what I give you to taste. A woman wants to challenge Kans? Listen to me. From today, both of you are my slaves. You will have to obey all my orders.
Your wish is our command.
Start the attack on Indralok. Defeat that Devraj Indra.
Maharaj Kans be praised.
Come, Chanur. What news do you have?
Maharaj Kans has won. But
what?
But Maharaj, Indra sat on Airavat and escaped.
Let him go. Let him go, Chanur. I know where that coward Indra will go and hide his blackened face. Understand? He will go to Vishnu. He will go to Vishnu.
In that case, Maharaj.
Then what? Huh? There is absolutely no need to fear. This is exactly what I wanted. That Vishnu should hear Indra's tale of woe and come out and face me. Come, Vishnu, come. I'm waiting for you.
Save us! Save us! Lord, save us! Lord, Kans has captured my kingdom. And you are smiling?
Hey Devraj, I am not smiling because your kingdom has been captured.
Then what is the reason behind your smile?
Hey Brahmadev, Devraj Indra has not asked me for any kind of help against Yuvraj Kans.
It is possible that Devraj had full faith in himself, so...
Enough. Enough, Devarshi, enough. Do not embarrass me anymore.
Narayan, Narayan.
You love your devotees, Lord. Now only you can help us overcome this crisis.
Kans and his demons have terrorized not only Indralok, but the entire earth as well.
Oh Jagannath, will the Dwapar Yuga end with the atrocities of these cruel powers? Or is this actually the sign of the approaching Kala Yuga?
If this situation continues, then no one will be left on earth to pray to God.
Hey Bhudevi, it is a fact that evil is increasing on the earth. It is also a fact that Dwapar Yuga is nearing its end and that Kal Yuga is approaching. But one should not forget that whenever there is a decline in religious practices, whenever the holy scriptures and Brahmins are insulted, whenever animals are killed and cows are slaughtered, then to protect the living beings, I take birth on this earth.
Absolutely true.
Absolutely true.
To protect religion and destroy irreligious practices, I will soon be born as a male child Krishna to Vasudev and his wife Devaki.
May the Lord be praised.
Look, how happy our friend Devki is today.
She has a smile on her face and her eyes are smiling too.
Lay off. I have nothing to hide from anyone. I'm only waiting for my brother Kans.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. The brother's most beloved sister.
Maharaj Ugrasen is also waiting for your brother Prince Kans Devki.
What do I hear you say, Akrurji? My son has terrorized the life of the residents of Mathura?
Yes, Maharaj. Yuvraj Kans has descended like a crisis on our culture and traditions.
I had thought that after his marriage to Maharaj Jarasang's daughters, his nature would change altogether. That he would start thinking about the welfare of the residents of Mathura and also extend his boundaries. That he would use his knowledge to increase his military powers.
With the help of his physical strength, Yuvraj has created an army of demons and...
Attention! Attention! Yuvraj Kans is entering the court.
Pranam, Maharaj.
What am I hearing, Yuvraj? You and your army together are imposing atrocities on the residents of Mathura?
Not on the residents of Mathura, but cheats who call themselves devotees of God.
It is a sin to call a devotee a cheat, Yuvraj. I hope this mistake of yours does not make you suffer the fury of the gods.
This means that you have not yet got the news of Swarg being defeated by your son and his army of demons.
This is not the news of victory, but your death knell, son.
And this death knell will awaken Vishnu, who's sleeping in the calm waters of the sea.
Fear the Lord, my son. Fear the Lord. I hope Vishnu's anger does not turn you into ashes. Do not break the rules which he has created.
The great warrior Kans who has defeated Devraj Indra does not fear anyone. I do not believe in any rules. My wish guides all rules and decisions.
Religion and rules are not the creation of one man. And don't you forget...
Only the future will tell, O king, my father.
But my son Kans...
I have not come here to listen to your useless discourses, Maharaj. I have come to take part in the wedding celebrations of my beloved sister Devaki with my friend Vasudev. I am going to meet Devaki. Now, may I leave?
Devki, won't you tell us what is going on in your mind?
Well, there is nothing which I can hide from anyone.
You must be secretly thinking that very soon you'll become Vasudev's.
But right now, Vasudev is only thinking of Rohini.
And he will forget everything when he hears my laughter.
Just look how proud she is of her appearance.
I am only proud of my love, Vasudev.
But Rohini will not let him come near you.
She's the first wife. He'll do whatever she wants.
Once he sees my face, he'll be so charmed with my beauty that he'll be mine forever.
Oh, so you have already started making arrangements to guard Vasudev. I think we should be going now.
Brother,
Sister Devaki?
I thought my brother has forgotten me.
How silly of you to talk like that. See, I have left all the comforts of Indralok to be here with you.
What?
Yes, I have captured Indralok and brought so many gifts for you. Ornaments, clothes, and expensive gifts. I have brought all this for you from Indralok.
I do not desire any of these things, brother. All I want right now are your blessings.
From the bottom of my heart, I want my sister to be happy. May you live like a queen in your in-laws' house and be the favorite of my friend Vasudev.
Brother.
May you live long.
God bless you.
May you remain happily married. May your home always resound with the laughter of children. My dear friend Vasudev, for me today is a very auspicious day. My sister has become the life partner of my childhood friend.
Yes, Yuvraj Kans. From friends, we have now become relatives.
First, you were only my friend and brother. From today, you are my brother-in-law also.
Yes, Yuvraj Kans. So remember, from today, you will have to take extra care of me.
Certainly, certainly. You will also have to take good care of my sister. She must never be put to any trouble.
Yes, yes, certainly.
Today, you will not drive the chariot. I will be my sister Devaki's charioteer. For today.
As you wish, Yuvraj.
Shall we go?
O irreligious Kans, the end of your atrocities is at hand. The 8th son of Devaki and Vasudev will be your end. He will put an end to you and your atrocities on earth and establish religious practices. The 8th son of Devaki and Vasudev will kill you. He will kill you. He will kill you.
What?
O foolish one, the sister whom you are taking to her husband's house, her 8th son, will be your end.
Come on! My end? Kans will be killed? The 8th son of Devaki and Vasudev will kill me?
No, brother.
She will give birth to a son only if she is allowed to live, isn't it?
No, brother, please.
Kans, my friend, what are you doing?
I will not let you live, Vasudev.
No.
What insolence is this, Kans? I think you have lost your senses.
One destined to slay Kans will never be born.
Yuvraj Kans, just think. You are the future king of Mathura. Will such an evil and despicable deed not be a blot on your stature? A helpless and weak lady who is also your beloved sister. Will you really kill her? After that, do you really think your subjects will ever look up to you with respect? Don't do this. Don't become a sinner by killing your own sister.
Yuvraj, spare Devaki. Let her go. Consider this my command.
Command?
Soldiers, make him a prisoner.
Soldiers, it is possible that my father may not be able to bear the sight of his daughter's death. So take him away and put him in the jail.
No, please.
Take him away.
No, brother. What has happened to you, brother? Please spare us for God's sake.
Listen, according to the prediction, it is Devki's 8th son who will kill you, not Devki herself. So why do you want to kill Devki? Listen to me. I promise you, as soon as Devki gives birth to a son, I will bring him to you. But please spare Devki.
If you don't fulfill your promise, then
every corner of the earth knows that I, Vasudev, can even give up his life to keep his promise. However, if you do not have faith in me, then take both of us as prisoners. When you are no longer scared of us, you can free us.
Brother, oh brother, tell me, will you kill your most beloved sister? And that too, just because a son will kill you? What wrong have I done, brother? Tell me, what wrong have I done to you?
all right. All right. I will not become a sinner by killing my own sister. But as long as I don't kill your 8th son, both you and Vasudev will remain my prisoners. Soldiers, take them away. Vasudev, don't forget your promise. Listen to me. Devaki will give birth to 8 sons. I must immediately be given information about all her newborns.
As you order, Yuvraj.
Vasudev and Devki's 8th son will be the end of me.
That prediction has struck. My happy and contented family like lightning sister Yashoda.
Don't cry. Don't cry, Sister Rohini. By the grace of God, at least Vasudev and Devki are still alive.
Yes, they are alive. But with his newly married wife, my husband Vasudev is living like a prisoner in the jail. Do you know, Sister Yashoda? I was also very happy when my husband gave me the news that he is marrying Devki. I was not unhappy to know that I would have to share him. I felt that at least with her offsprings, my courtier too would come to life with the laughter of children. But that Kansa is going to kill all their children.
Rohini, please don't lose hope. Kansa is only going to kill Devki's 8th son. The first 7 will play in your house, isn't it?
Yes.
And very soon that day is going to dawn. I've received information that within a few days, Devki will give birth to her first child.
Yes. But Sister Yashoda, I shudder to think in what difficult conditions Devki must have passed these 9 months in the jail.
Strange are the ways of the Almighty.
Against my wishes, even breathing is a crime, Akrurji. Just stop this lecture on principles and religion.
Maharaj Kans be praised. Maharaj, going against orders, this Brahmin was performing a yajna in the forest and was chanting the name of Vishnu.
Oh, so you are a devotee of Vishnu?
Yes.
Are you not scared of death? Don't you know that in Kansa's kingdom, chanting Vishnu's name is a major crime?
Crime? It is a crime to stop your subjects from chanting the name of God. This is wrong, O king.
In my kingdom, I decide what is right and what is wrong.
But Yuvraj...
Foolish Brahman! Don't you even know that I am not a Yuvraj, but the all-powerful Maharaj Kans who has conquered Indralok? And you want to say that I am a criminal? Soldiers, take this Brahmin away and rain 100 whip lashes on him. And if he still does not give up chanting the name of Vishnu, then behead him.
Do whatever you like, Kans, but Lord Vishnu will forever remain in my heart. Oh, you irreligious Kans!
Narayan, Narayan.
Welcome, Munivar. Tell me, what has brought you here?
I heard you talking to this Brahmin and came here, O king.
Slowly, one by one, I will eliminate all the devotees of Vishnu from this earth.
Narayan, Narayan. Those who are living can be eliminated. But have you ever thought about those who are still to be born?
Are you talking about Devaki's first son?
Narayan, Narayan.
But what harm could her first son do to me? According to the prediction, the eighth son of...
Narayan, Narayan. Who knows if the first is the eighth and the eighth the first? It is also possible that this first son could come in the way of killing the eighth one.
What?
Who knows what form the end can take?
Meaning?
Meaning? Narayan, Narayan. I mean, O king, it is not easy to understand the ways of the Creator.
Huh?
I will leave now. Narayan, Narayan. Who knows what form the end can take? Who knows what form the end can take?
Maharaj, Devaki has given birth to her first son.
What?
Ah, how beautiful this child is. Just see. See, his eyes are just like yours.
And the forehead is just like his father's, isn't it?
Yeah. But he is not destined to have a long life like his father and mother.
What?
Kans, you? And you're at this time?
Yes. Come on, give the child to me.
No.
He is to be my end, isn't it?
No. What are you saying, brother? What are you saying? This is my first son.
The first or the eighth. I will not let any one of them live.
No.
What are you saying, my friend?
I am saying the right thing. I will not spare any child born to you and Devaki. Give him to me. Move away.
No.
I said move away.
No. Brother, why are you doing this?
Move.
Please have some pity. No, brother. I won't be able to live without my son. Don't do this to me.
What have you done, Kans? What have you done?
I am also party to the crime which Kansa has committed. He is a part of me. He is my child, and I will have to suffer the consequences of his evil deeds. I am a sinner because I have fathered an evil man like him. I am a sinner. Oh Lord, his atrocities are increasing every day, and even as the king of Mathura, I am weak. I am weak and helpless. Oh my Lord, how many more of Devaki's children will Kans kill in this manner? The hands of this heartless and evil man didn't even tremble when they killed Devaki's 6 sons. Oh Lord, God, when will this blasphemous man meet his end?
Narayan, Narayan. Oh Lord, what is happening? How many more sons of Devaki will be killed? For how long will a mother have to bear this agony?
Devarshi, this is just the beginning. When the earth reacts to these atrocities, then will I be born. And whatever is happening is a prelude to my descent on earth.
Narayan, Narayan. Tell me, Lord, will Kans also sacrifice Devaki's seventh son at the altar of his evil thoughts?
No, Devarshi. That will not happen.
Order me, Chakradhari.
Hey Yog Maya, the time has come for evil to be destroyed and for religious practices to win. Hey Devi, in this virtuous work, I would need some help from you.
Order me, O protector.
Devaki is expecting her seventh child. This time in her womb is a child who is a part of my original form. Through your powers, you will have to transfer this child into the womb of Vasudev's first wife Rohini, so that before I descend on earth, this form is born in Gokul as my elder brother to help me out in this mission.
As you wish, O Lord.
Narayan, Narayan. Only the Lord knows what he wants.
Hey Brahmadev, you will also have to help me out in this mission.
I am honored. Tell me, Lord.
With the blessings of Yog Maya, Devaki's seventh son will be born to Rohini in Gokul. The child will only be intelligent, strong, bright and fortunate if all the planets are in the right position when he is born on earth.
According to your wishes, I will arrange the planets of the Milky Way in the most beneficial positions. Here you are, Lakshmipati. Any child born under the planets as they are situated now will be extremely fortunate and courageous, because at the time of his birth, all the planets are placed in the formation of a plough. And so his main weapon will be a plough.
So now we can also find a name for him, Brahmadev.
As part of the Adishesh, a child born with your spiritual powers will be called Balram, because there can be no physical strength without spiritual powers.
So be it.
My son, he's the one. He's the same evil, irreligious murderer.
This is the merciless murderer who has slain your younger brothers. You have been born from my womb to be his end. Yes, he's the one. He's the one.
No!
Devaki's a child. No. How is that possible? No. It was just a dream. Till I am able to kill Devaki's 8th son, I will not get any rest. Oh, Vishnu, with his strength and powers, had been successful in killing me in my previous life. But in this birth, I will not get trapped in his web. And see to it that he cannot descend on the earth to kill me. Then only I will be able to sleep peacefully. Devaki is about to deliver her 7th son. I will.
Maharaj, be praised.
What news do you bring?
Maharaj, Devaki's 7th son died in her womb even before he was born, Maharaj.
What?
What an unfortunate mother I have been, my lord. How unfortunate I am. My first 6 sons have been killed. And now, even before the 7th one was born. I was not even destined to see what he looked like.
Calm down, Devaki. Be patient. Probably this is the wish of Almighty.
What sort of wish is this? What sort of wish? What sort of wish? Why is he making me go through these difficult tests?
Narad greets you, my lord.
Tell me, Devarshi, you seem to be grieved.
Oh, all-pervading. My mind has been stirred by the pitiful shrieks of the heartbroken Devaki.
What destiny has in store for us, we have to go through, Devarshi. This is something you're well aware of.
Narayan, Narayan. But Lord, now Devaki's mental torture seems to have crossed all limits of tolerance. How long will it be before you descend on the earth, my lord?
Do not worry, Munivar. The time has come now. The time for my descent on the earth is drawing near, because evil has crossed all limits and now the destruction of irreligious practices is certain.
We are all with you in your pious work, Lord Vishnu.
Hey Devi Yogmaya, at the time when I descend on the earth, you will be born as a daughter to Nand and Yashodha in Gokul. Since on the earth you will be born as my sister, you will be worshipped in various forms like Durga, Bhadrakali, Vijaya, Vaishnavi, Sharda and Ambika. All the gods present here are proof of the fact that to establish religious practices, age after age, I have been reincarnated. Once again, such a situation has arisen.
In the present planetary conditions, your reincarnation will be most beneficial. And because the Rohini Nakshatra is controlled by me, Lord Kamal Netra, your birth under this nakshatra will be most auspicious.
Why are you looking at me like this, my lord?
I can see a wonderful glow on your face, Devki.
Stop it. You're looking at me as if you have never set eyes on my face before this.
Today the divine glow which I can see on your face is something I have never seen before, Devki. Overnight, a miracle seems to have occurred.
This is the 8th time, my lord. Do I need to give you the news even this time?
What? Does this mean that... Oh, this means the one who will end the reign of the evil Kans has entered your womb.
What? What did you say? Devaki is carrying her 8th child?
Yes, Maharaj. And today she is looking very beautiful and divinely radiant.
So my end has already entered Devaki's womb. And what is this? That suddenly Devaki's face has started glowing? I am sure the child in her womb has the blessings of Vishnu and will emerge from her womb just to kill me. So, will the prediction be proved correct? Is my end near? The glow on Devaki's face proves the fact that right now, Vishnu resides in her womb. Vishnu will once again be born to complete the mission of the gods. The mission which will be complete only with my death. But if I kill Devaki right now, I finish her. Then what will Vishnu do? What will he do? No. My doing this will not stop Vishnu from completing his mission. He will find some another way to kill me. And I will become a sinner for having killed my sister and a helpless would-be mother. My success will be stained. My glory will be tarnished. My name will be insulted. All right. I will wait. Let me see the child Devaki gives birth to. The one who is destined to kill me.
I am descending on the earth to kill the creators of evil, because I want to establish an ideal for all mankind, that no matter how strong the sinner is, someday he will meet his end. And if I do not prove this, then all the devotees on earth will lose all their faiths in the gods, and the power of those creating evil and injustice will increase. Their path will be free from obstacles and their sins will rise.
You are the protector of creation. You are present in every corner of the universe. Whatever you do, you will be right.
At the closing phase of Dwapar Yuga, my incarnation on the earth will be known as Krishna, and his deeds will be called the Krishna Leela.
Narayan, Narayan. The unhappy life which Devaki has been leading in a jail for years will end when she becomes the proud mother of a child like you.
All the men and gods who participate in this ritual to establish religious practices will be etched in history as those who are highly respected.
Yes, yes.
Long live the king.
Increase the security all around the cell where Devaki is imprisoned.
As per your orders, this has already been done, Maharaj.
And do not forget, as soon as Devki's son is born, I must be immediately informed.
As you order, Maharaj.
Be alert that you are aware of even the breeze which enters Devki's cell. Every soldier should be alert all the time. Inform all the soldiers of the palace to surround the jail.
Oh Lord, I am greatly honored to have you as my son. It is indeed a very good fortune that you have chosen me and Devki to complete this great mission. After looking at your wonderful form, I am fully confident that the time has come when each and every word of the prediction will hold true. Now most certainly the earth will be freed from the atrocities of Kans, and truth, as always, will be victorious.
I cannot put into words how greatly honored I am to have given birth to you. But when my brother Kans knows that you, his sworn enemy, Vishnu, has been born to me, then he might...
Do not worry, Mother. Your days of trouble and agony are now over. It is to root out all the atrocities and irreligious practices of this universe that I have been born to you as your son. In many of my previous births, you were my father and mother, and it is the love and affection that I got in those births for which I'm totally in debt with you. I promise you that in this birth, you will surely attain salvation.
We are blessed.
It is in a mortal form that I have to achieve the mission for which I have come to the earth.
Then what about this form?
Had I not shown you my true form, possibly both of you would not have believed in the eternal power of God, and the happenings of the future would appear very strange to you.
But then why don't you destroy all the evil powers in this form of yours?
To achieve this mission, Devaki, I want to present some examples to the people residing on this earth, and it is possible only in the human and not in this divine form. So as soon as it is possible, please send me to the house of Nand and Yashoda.
As you ordain.